Today we discuss about the second application of Gauss theorem, that is intensity of electric field at a distance r due to a uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. Let us consider a thin infinite plane conducting sheet of charge like this on which charge given is plus q. The charge gets uniformly distributed on it like this, and so the surface charge density sigma, listen, the surface charge density sigma will be equal to sigma equals charge by surface area, that is sigma equals q by s, which implies the charge value will be equal to surface charge density into surface area, that is q will be equal to qs. That is how we are going to find out the electric field intensity due to this uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. So here in this paper, I draw that infinite plane sheet of charges, and inside that plane sheet there will be a lot of charges kept. Lot of plus charges are placed on that plane sheet, infinite plane sheet. So in order to find out the electric field at a distance r, that is always we will take a point P at a distance r from this sheet of paper. So in order to find out the electric field at that point, that is the point P is at a distance r from the charged sheet. So at a point P, that is r distance from the sheet of paper, we want to find out how much is the electric field intensity value, that is how much is E vector value. That is what the application of Gauss theorem, to find out the electric field intensity E at a distance r from the charged sheet. If we look at the charged sheet sideways, we can see that always electric field intensity direction is going out of the plus charges, that is electric field intensity direction is always radially outwards, going outward. From positive charge, electric field intensity is going out. Hence these all are the direction of electric field intensity. This all line indicates the direction of electric field intensity. So the point here P is at a distance r. That same point we can mention here also, that is from the plane sheet at a distance r we are marking point P. So now we are going to find out the area vector. So where that area vector direction goes. Always you know that small area vector ds, elementary area vector, will be always going outwards. When I am taking a plain sheet of paper, area vector is always going outwards. Direction of area vector will be always going outwards. That is what it is drawing here. To find out the electric field intensity at P, imagine an arbitrary point Q1 around which we draw a circle on the surface of sheet like this. We are drawing a shape of cylinder like this to find out the elementary area ds. As we studied earlier, now we will look for surface charge density, that is sigma. Sigma will be equal to charge value divided by surface area. What is the value of charge density? Charge density sigma will be equal to Q by surface area A. So what is the value of Q from this equation? Q will be equal to surface charge density into surface area, sigma into A. Now you can observe from this figure and from my fingers and pen, the electric field intensity E vector is always directing radially outwards and away from the sheet. Moreover, this small elementary area ds is also outward drawn normal on the Gaussian surface, that is it is also going radially outwards. Both electric field intensity as well as ds is going radially outwards. As the lines of force are parallel to the curved surface of the cylinder, so the flux through the curved surface is 0. That means there will not be any electric flux value over this cylinder's curved surface. Instead, there will be only electric flux values in the both ends of the upper end and lower end of the cylinder. Now itself we have seen that the electric field intensity and the ds vector through the ends of the cylinder, that is both are having same direction. See, both the ends, electric field intensity and the ds vector are having the same direction, that is they are parallel to each other. When they are parallel to each other, what will be the angle? Theta degree will be equal to 0 degree, already marked there. Both the ends, theta degree will be equal to 0 degree. You know that electric flux value phi will be equal to closed integral E dot ds. That means E ds cos theta. When theta becomes 0, what is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 will be equal to 1. That is, means two ends are there, 2 into closed integral E ds. Listen once more. In this cylinder, there are two ends or two circular faces. Through one circular face, both the ds vector and electric field intensity vector are having the same direction. So theta degree will be equal to 0. Electric flux value is phi equals closed integral E dot ds. That means when theta becomes 0 degree, E dot ds becomes EDS cos 0, that is EDS. Like that there are two phases. So how much will be the total value of electric flux? Phi will be equal to 2 into closed integral EDS. Thus, in the above cylinder, there are two parts, that is, two faces and one curved face, two circular faces and one curved face. That is what it is written here, electric flux of one top face, bottom face, and also one curved face. That is what phi 1 plus phi 2 plus phi 3 will give you the total electric flux value. I am expanding them. Closed integral E dot ds1 plus E dot ds2 plus E dot ds3. They all are different parts. Circular faces 2 plus 1 curved face. The phi value or the electric flux value over the curved surface is 0 because ds vector and electric field intensity are 90 degree to each other. In fact, there are electric flux values for the other two circular faces, that is closed integral EDS cos theta 1 plus closed integral EDS cos theta 2. The third one will become 0 because of its perpendicular directions. And what will be the value? Cos theta 1 angle is nothing but it is 0 degree, theta 2 also it is 0 degree. So both will become cos 0 and cos 0. It will be nothing but 1. So what will be the answer? Closed integral EDS cos 0 plus closed integral EDS cos 0 plus 0. EDS cos 0 is nothing but it is 1. Again cos 0 it is 1. Cos 90 it is 0. So only the first two values will exist. Closed integral EDS plus closed integral EDS. Final answer will be 2 into closed integral EDS. Only the first two parts exist. That's why closed integral EDS plus closed integral EDS answer will be equal to 2 into closed integral EDS. Now we can take the electric field intensity E outside the integration value. So 2 into E into closed integral ds. ds is the small elementary area. When we are integrating the small area, we will get the total area. Already in the top we have written like this, the total surface area of the plane sheet is given by capital letter A. So what will be the integral value of ds? It will be A. So what is the final answer? Electric flux phi will be equal to 2 into electric field intensity into, instead of closed integral ds we are writing A, that is total surface area. Integral ds will give you total surface area A. Answer will be equal to 2EA. The electric flux value has been written like this, but we know the Gauss theorem equation also. Electric flux value by Gauss theorem is given by Q by epsilon 0. Phi will be equal to Q by epsilon 0. So here we got two equations for electric flux, 2EA and Q by epsilon 0. So we can equate them. 2EA will be equal to Q by epsilon 0. But in the first part we have written with the help of surface charge density, that is sigma equals Q by A, we have written Q equals sigma A. So instead of that charge value we can write sigma A. Instead of Q we are writing sigma A divided by epsilon 0. So that is the application of Gauss theorem. We got the electric flux value of plane sheet as 2EA, which can be equated to the Gauss theorem, that is Q by epsilon 0. Instead of Q we are writing sigma A by epsilon 0. That is how we have equated the two equations of electric flux. 2 into E into A will be equal to sigma A by epsilon 0. Definitely A and A will be cancelled each other, and the question itself is to find out the electric field intensity of plane charged sheet. So what we have to put alone in the LHS side, that is only E. So E will be equal to how much? What is the value of electric field intensity? That is what our question is, and that will be your final answer also. So what is the value of E? E will be equal to, the left terms will be sigma by 2 epsilon 0. Electric field intensity E will be equal to 2 will be going down. So sigma by 2 epsilon 0. This is the final answer of our application number 2. The intensity of electric field due to a uniformly charged infinite plane sheet E will be equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0, where sigma is the surface charge density.